Okay, so let's review real quick of what's going on here. We set up our master scene so far with our multiple states. So we started at the O in the out position. It comes into our first state, which is A. It goes to B, then it goes to state C, then it goes to state D, then it goes to state E, F, and G. Now, the problem with transition logic is that it needs to be able to get from every state to every other state. So there needs to be a direct combination between every state. That means this stop point B needs to somehow get to D. Right now, it can't get to D because there's a C in the way. So what transition logic does is it looks forward first for the combination. If it doesn't find that combination of going from B to D, for instance, it's going to start looking backwards. This means we need to make additional combinations in our timeline to accommodate the transition logic. And how do you do that? How do you figure that out? So there's two ways you can do it. You can do it manually, in which I'll show you here. First, with the manual thing, basically we need to figure out a way to get to every combination. So this is all of the combinations here figured out. So these are all the additional states right here that we need to make within our master scene. One way you can do this is to create a little chart for yourself. We have our states going across the top. We also have the states going across from top to bottom here. Now what happens is O to O cancels out, A to A cancels out, B to B cancels out. We don't need those states, but what we need to do is come across and figure out, do we have an O to an A? And if we have that, we can X that. Do we have an O to a B? We could X that if we have it. At the moment, we only have an O to an A. We don't have an O to B, so we would need to create a combination. And by going through all these combinations, that's how you can figure out your states. So as I go across, I would say we have an O to an A, an O to a B, an O to a C, an O to a D, and so forth. Then I'd go down to the next line and I would check it. Do I have all the combinations there? Do I have all the combinations for B and C and D and so forth? Now, this is the manual way to do it. Vizrt does have a transition logic tool which figures this out for you, and if you are on 3.8, you're certainly able to download that and try that version. However, doing it manually, you can figure it out this way. So I went ahead and made all the additional states within my scene here. I went into my stage and added all of my additional states plus the animations. So you can see as I come into the stage here, E, F, G. That's where we left off on our design. Now I needed to come in and create all of these additional states here. So I went and created an O to a B to a D, and so forth, all the way down. So if we play through our graphics by advancing through it here, we can eventually get from every state to every state. What's more, if you do have multiple states like this, you need to be careful about the animations. So you need to make sure you have the right animations between each state. So going from D to O, we have this animation here, which is that position, and we would need to copy these keyframes in every place that we need it. So you see we have this scattered out here with all of our keyframes here, which was merely just copying each one. And to copy a keyframe, you just hold down C, click on that keyframe, and drag it right or left. So now that we have all of our states set up, the next piece to this transition logic master scene is to add the toggles, and we'll do that next.